Once the competition administrator adds your email to the judges list and connects the two accounts, you should be able to tell that this has been done by signing into your account or checking your email. You'll get an email notification if that was done. But we'll sign in here and we'll show you what that looks like. When you sign into your account, it takes you immediately to your dashboard, and then if you look at pending invites, you can see that you have an invitation from the competition as the role of a judge, and you can either accept or decline, and in this case we'll accept. And once we accept, it will create a new line up here, and underneath we'll accept the invitation, and then it will create a new title called Opportunity Memberships. And underneath Opportunity Memberships, it says you are now the role of a judge and for this competition. When you click on this green link of the name of the competition, you might see this. Currently there are no portfolios in there for you to judge, and you'll be using, when there are, you'll be using these two headings, pending reviews. These are the ones you have yet to submit scores for. And once you do finalize a score and submit it, it will take it out of this row and put it down here under completed reviews, where you can always see the work you've done, and we'll show you what that looks like. But it's very likely that the competition administrator has asked you to get your Innovation Portal account ready while this competition is still going. So at this point there would still be students entering the competition, and the window for submission is not yet closed. Once the windows for submission is closed, you'll probably receive some communication from your competition administrator to say, okay, now it's time to judge, and when you go back to your account that time, they will have distributed the portfolios out to all the judges. So we'll look at that next. Once you've received an email or some communication from the competition administrator that the portfolio, that the window for submission of entries for the competition has closed, and that portfolios have been assigned to judges, you can access your Innovation Portal account and see those portfolios and begin grading. So we'll log in to the account and we'll show you what that looks like. And again, it takes you directly to your dashboard, and we'll go underneath Opportunity Memberships and click on the title of the competition, and this time we see that we have been assigned 4 portfolios to judge. When you judge the Innovative App Challenge, there is a scorecard that the administrators want you to use. This should have been sent to you as a judge, and these elements they would like you to assign a total score, somewhere between 0 and 300 points. In the Innovation Portal, there is, we'll take a look at one of these portfolios. The judges suggest that, or excuse me, the competition administrators suggest that you scan a portfolio first to see if it is a qualifying portfolio worthy of your time to judge. To scan it, what they're looking for are a few things. When you open a portfolio that students have done, it will take you to the review homepage that I'm circling here. The homepage is like the cover page, if you would, of a physical portfolio, but the students have been asked to submit some things that make them qualify. First of all, they've been asked to submit the principal and advisor form, a signed form saying that if they do well, the school will use the money in the way it was intended. And then there are also the release forms from each of the students. These can be done after the fact, but the one form that we are looking for is that indeed the principal and advisor have submitted a form and signed it. You can click this link and see that form. So it's one thing to look for quickly. And then this competition, as you've looked at the guide, is only using elements A through E of the EDPPSR rubric, which is the design process rubric, and you can check underneath each tab in the portfolio to see that indeed the students have submitted some work for you to look at. So we'll go quickly through A through E. We're on element B now, and we're looking for to see that they have submitted some work for us to grade. And when we get to D, there's one additional thing that we'll be looking for. In element D, the students have been asked to submit a visual presentation. This can be a video, a Prezi presentation, a PowerPoint, those kinds of things. We'll show you what that looks like. And so we'll skip down here, take a look at D, and indeed there is a video for us to watch that has been submitted in there. And when you click on that, you can watch it or expand it. In this case, if it's submitted video, or if it's a PowerPoint, you can download it and look at it. And we'll take a look at letter E. And those 5 elements are the only things that you'll need to grade. And so this particular portfolio looks like it has everything we need to look at. And so we'll go back to the home page and take a closer look at this particular portfolio and say, okay, this is what the students have submitted. Maybe they gave you a background of the project, something like that. There's nothing to grade actually in the home page. It's just an introductory page. You'll only be assigning the 300 points as they relate to this scoring card, if you would, and relative to the information that the students have submitted on the portal. So we can read letter A, presentation and justification of the problem. We can continue on down and read about the documentation analysis and prior solution attempts. And in the scorecard, you'll see that under element A, the description of the problem or need of the app that is designed to address is worth 25 points. And you can assign, you're going to have to keep score on your, aside from the portal, if the student received 20, you can write 20 on this card, or 10, and you can add up the points as you go along. Though there is an embedded rubric inside the innovation portal that attaches a review, a point scale of 0 through 5, and some comments down here. For this particular competition, we won't be using these scoring methods. So you don't have to edit the review. You can stay in the view mode as I'm doing here and simply go through A, B, C, D, and E and keep score on your Verizon scorecard as you go along. Once you have a final score for this particular portfolio and watch the video and have a good idea of the score out of 300 you'd like to assign this portfolio, we're going to simply scroll down here to the bottom of the tabs, or the element tabs, and click Review, Completion, and Overview. When we do that, we're going to get a page that kind of says, well, you haven't put any reviews for A, B, C, D, or E, and that's because we skipped those 0 through 5 point values and individual comments for A, B, C, D, and E. Now, if you would, as a judge, like to go back and insert some comments in A, B, C, or D, you certainly can. And then if we were going to use the 0 through 5 scoring system, it would show up down here and keep score for you. This is a very important part of the judging process for your competition administrator, and worthy of pausing and taking a very close look. The rubric scorecard calls for a total score of 300, where the embedded rubric in the innovation portal has a total score of 70. You're going to need to overwrite that score by looking at these two boxes. Please make very careful note to do this each time you grade a portfolio. So every portfolio, as a judge, you're going to overwrite the 70 points here and type in 300. And then if on the scorecard on your desk, this particular portfolio you thought earned a 271 out of the total number of points, you can type in 271. These two boxes are incredibly important for the entire judging process to get it right. In the notes section, if you do want to make some overall comments about this particular portfolio, there were some things that were missing, some things you thought were excellent, some pointers you'd like to give, you can certainly attach that here. My notes on this portfolio, and whatever else you write will be attached to this particular portfolio. So on this page, we're just about to submit it. We want to recheck that we have overwritten the score here as a total of 300, so that it matches what the scoring system is about. And then we have made sure that this is the portfolio we wanted to give 271 to, and we didn't mistype and write 27, because the system will keep score and sort by scores for the administrators for the Verizon competition. So we'll make very sure we've got those correct, any notes that we wanted to add, and then once we have reviewed that carefully, we're going to click Submit Review. Now once we click Submit Review, it cannot be updated. So this means that it will lock in your scores and send them to the administrators, and you won't be allowed to edit this review anymore. So anytime before clicking this button, you can certainly go back and change whatever you want, add comments, And again, we'll change that score. So we'll submit the review, and we'll take a look at what that looks like on your dashboard. Okay, and so it jumped us back to the actual competition or the actual portfolio, but we'll go back to the dashboard and we'll look inside the design project competition, and there you have it. You've gotten one done and your score has been recorded down here. When it goes down here, you know that the competition administrator can also see it. It's been recorded. You can't change it, but if you do want to go back and look at your comments or look at that particular portfolio, you can certainly do that. You can, well, it says access denied, but you'll be able to go back and do that at any time. So then the rest of your job as a judge pretty much entails going through each of these other portfolios, assigning them scores in the same way that you've done the demonstration portfolio down here. And when you have submitted scores for each of the remaining 3 portfolios that you have to grade, and they appear down here, your role as a judge is over. So if you have any questions or are finding problems with the innovation portal, you can always report the problems here or contact your competition administrator. So I hope that gave you a very good look at what it means to be a judge for the Verizon App Challenge using the innovation portal. And thank you for your time.